Hare Krishna. Thank you for bearing with me. So I will like to start my presentation, and I please pray for me that the right words should come at the right time. So I would start with the previous chapter summary. The wonderful class was given by our Vedant Prabhu, and so the previous chapter summary goes here, like. Prachetas, after performing austerities and reciting Rudra Gita that was wonderfully taught to them by Lord Shiva for 10,000 years underwater, and they became purified and eligible to Lord. And after this, hearing their prayers intensely, Lord Vishnu appeared in front of them on Garuda, and Lord was wearing very radiating. He was wearing his yellow garments and with Kaustuva gem. So when Prachetas they saw the Lord, they prayed him, they bowed down to him, they paid obeisances, and Lord then was very much satisfied with the unity. 10 brothers together praying to Lord and always listening to each other. This shows how devotees can together make a very wonderful thing win devotion life. Also, with this, after that, Lord blessed them with their devotional service and gave them many opulences, and also told that you will rule the kingdom. Many things he told. With this, Lord moved on and he said them that you will marry the daughter of trees and moon named Marisha, and then also you enjoyed my material this world, and then you will be also beget children. So like that, Prachetas they got a very good association of Lord Vishnu. Before that, Lord Shiva, and then after that they married Marisha and they ruled for 10,000 years, and they begot the son. So, this is the summary from the previous chapter. Now we move on to our new chapter, which is Narada instructs the Prachetas. This is fourth canto, chapter number 31. So, yes, here we see that after thousand of years, as we saw that Prachetas, they were living in a very perfect householder life. They were married to Marisha and they also begot a son named Daksha. Daksha is the same son which having the conflict with Lord Shiva, and then he begot a godhead. Same Daksha took birth in the house of Prachetas. And then Prachetas, after living very nicely, taking care of their perfect son, then Prachetas left their wife in the care of their husband. So this follows the Vedic system of Varnashram, where one eventually renounces for the absolute. So here we see what is the ultimate goal here. So it is shown in Srimad Bhagvatam 2.1.6, Ante Narayana Smriti. The highest perfection of human life is to remember the personality of Godhead at the end. So here, one question arises. Many people think that they will grow old and automatically bhakti will come to them towards Lord Hari. But is it possible? Sorry, but this kind of intense calling only comes to those who prepare for that. It means we have to be regularized and we have to be connected to our sadhana. And this also happens either the person has done the sadhana or bhakti in the previous life or in the current life. So it is that we have to keep practicing our devotional services towards the Supreme Lord. Then only it is possible that our highest goal will be achieved. So now, after this, when Prachetas they left the home, they reached to the seashore where they met sage Jalaji. So, sorry, sage Jalaji. Jalaji was a sage who was residing there in the near the seashores. And here we see Jalaji Rishi's name we have not seen in Bhagavatam earlier. Means we say here Pracheta's humility is being coming out, how they are humble to listen from a sage. Because we see here, Prachetas earlier, they have seen, they have got the blessings from first Vaishnava Nam Yatha Shambhu, Lord Shiva himself. He guided him. Then they met to Akhil Brahmand Nayak, Lord Vishnu, and they have blessed him. So here it shows that whenever we get a very good association in our Krishna consciousness, we should not miss it, and we should take guidance from the devotees. So, good association plus, like we can say it, everything popular may not be pure, and everything pure may not be popular. So we should focus on the purity and try to access the purity in association with devotees and nourish ourselves. Many times we find people who are not at, we are not able to see them in the high in many other daily programs and all, but whenever we meet and we see, we access them, we get lot of information from them how we should nourish ourselves. So we should always have a good association with the other devotees. Now here another thing comes, that prachetas, they attain the Brahma Bhuta stage. What is Brahma Bhuta stage? Brahma Bhuta stage is seeing everything in the connection to absolute, supreme absolute. Also Prabhupada mentions here from Bhagavad Gita 18.54, Brahma Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kanchati sama sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labate param. So here it says that one who is thus transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. In this state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. So, very big thing Prabhupada has mentioned through Lord's words in this shloka, and he is mentioning for Prachetas. And also, so here it is told that they were advanced. Now they already has worshipped Lord Vishnu, and they got instructions from Saint Jalaji, Lord Shiva. Now they were advanced. Now they have become fully perfect in vision. Also, we can see from a similar shloka where it says, Yomam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sa cha me na pranashyati. It is told that in Bhagavad Gita 6.30 that one who sees the Lord is present in every atom, every living thing, stone, also sees everything emanating from the Lord and resting within Him. Never loses, see everything in connection with the Lord. This kind of vision is truly put an end to our all misery and fully satisfies the heart. So, these are the realizations we can learn from prachetas and implement in our life. Now, here we see that Narad Muni has arrived and he is appeared. So, generally, we see that people say that Narad Muni is traveling. We talk and we say Narad Muni travels in the whole this universe, or like planets to planets he goes. But here it is being told Narad Muni is not traveling by his own will, but by the inspiration of Lord. How the Lord inspires his devotees to reach at the right place at the right time. So he has become the carrier of mercy of Lord. So prachetas, they were managed to control their life, air, mind, world, external vision. We have seen by like the process of devotional service, and we have seen in the previous slide. Here, when they see Narad Muni, so they, because they were in the Brahma Bhuta stage also, but then also they inquired with with gratitude and humility to Narad Muni. They paid obeisances to them. Or also Narad Muni is being mentioned here, that is worshipped by both demigods and demons. We can say like here the word is mentioned as Sura Suredya, means he is worshipped both by the demigods and demons. And we have seen also, whether we see Kamsa, whether we see Dhruva, whether we see Prachetas, whether we see Hiranyakashipu, Narad ji always met everybody. So he is being worshipped by all. So here we saw a very good learning. So he has become the carrier of mercy of the Lord. Also, Prachetas compare, or we can say, yes, compare Narad Muni to the rising sun. Narad Muni is compared to the rising sun because why it is like that? Because his presence destroys the darkness of ignorance and releases people from the fear of material existence. Just as we see sun, whenever sun appears, all the bad things, we can say, like threat of rogues and thieves, it is all been not there, and people see bright and best. And here also Narad Muni instructs in the bhakti yoga, it's enlighten the heart and remove all the type of fears. So we can see that because all the sunlight is there, all the sunlight is there, the fear will go. So prachetas are thinking all our ignorance will go away. Similarly, one more devotee in Bhagavatam has compared Narad Muni to sun. He is our dear Vyasadev. In the first canto, 1.5.7, Vyasadev has compared Narad Muni to sun, that your goodness travel everywhere in the three worlds. So here is a very important key learning for us. The presence of a genuine guru is like a rising sun. It automatically destroys the ignorance accumulated over lifetimes. Presence of guru is to remove ignorance from our hearts. And if ignorance is removed, what will happen? Bhakti will bloom. Also, we can say our daily prayers. We recite Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So this shloka has very much the similar things which we are discussing now. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. So we can see the presence of guru in our life is very much important, and we should connect to a guru. Also, we see here pure devotees can understand the mind of other people. Why we should connect? Because their purity is the essence. Purity will they will Because why the purity is there? Because they are associating with the Lord. Here, Narad Muni also understand what is in the mind of Prachetas, what they want to hear. So Narad Muni is understanding, and gurus are also guru who are genuine. They also try to understand what the child is going to going from, and they understand also what is going in their mind. But they show like they don't know anything. So we move to our next slokas and slide. So here, Prachetas, they are telling a very big thing. Because of our being overly attached to family affairs, we almost forgot the instructions we received from Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. So here, if somebody who is not at the level of devotion, or who are not devotees, they will think like, what Prachetas, what they are telling, they have been associated with Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, and they have forgot the instructions. But we learn here that Prachetas are so transparent and honest that they express their thoughts in front of Devrishi Narad. Similarly, when we meet devotees whom we trust, we must explain what are the challenges, struggles, and seek advice from them with humility. And this shows that forgetfulness is a part we can see. Even big personalities like Brahmaji, Indra, we have seen them also facing this problem. Brahma, in we can see in our Krishna Leela, where is Brahma Vimohan Leela. And Indra, where there is Govardhan Leela. And Lord is telling, you only said me that you appear, Lord, we are waiting for you. And now you are only testing me that I am doing something, I am somebody else, I have demonic qualities or something, they are telling. So it is like forgetfulness will be, we have seen in the bigger personalities. So what about we? We are a very tiny instrument of Lord. So what we can do, this is will be the part, but we have to come back with a very good force, that is called bhakti. With devotion we have to come back. Also, why we see like we see forgetfulness, this happens like we forget, or what is the problem? So this happens why? Because we are dealing with material world. Material world has the three modes of nature, and they constantly like engage us, or like we engage in these modes. So what is the problem with that? We forget our devotion. So how can we do that? Our process is that regular association with the devotees, daily reading of Srimad Bhagvatam, which is also mentioned in Srimad Bhagvatam, Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya. So that will shield us against the distractions of material energy. Also, there is a very good learning from Prachetas here, that they taught us how we should inquire from a guru, and how, like here Prachetas, they ask like how we should cross this ocean of nascence. All should approach a saintly person with humility, gratitude, service attitude. And these all things complete in a shloka of Bhagavad Gita, where it is said, Tad vidhi pranipaten pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshina. So there should be inquiring. We should inquire from a guru. And then we should have gratitude. Generally, people, when we see, many times it happens, they come with the questions like that, where they have to show other person down. But here we see that we have to focus how the result which appears will should be in result in helping others and also helping ourselves. So inquiring should be there with gratitude and submissive, like we can say, service attitude. Third point is this, and fourth, submissiveness. This is how we should ask questions from a guru. Many times, householders, they receive saintly people to get the blessings for their well-being, for their children, or for having a good house, a good family for their upcoming generations. So, but the real aim is to, like what they think, that our real aim is to be happy in the material world. But what is a real aim? We thought, we have seen in the first or second slide, like ante narayan smriti, our that thing should be there, how we should connect to supreme lord, how we should serve the lord with my services. So here now we see, based on the inquiry, now Devrishi Naradji is starting, and for whom in this shloka it is mentioned, when he was trying to speak, his mind was absorbed in the Lord. Means it has been mentioned for him that his mind is always absorbed in the Lord. So here it gives us a learning as a preacher. Whenever we are trying to preach to others, whenever we are trying to answer some questions, we should pray to Lord. We should remember the Lord. We should see here how Narad Muni he came, and he was sitting there, and then Prachetas, they started asking the questions. So what quality is there? Patience. How patiently he waited, and then Prachetas asked. One more incident has happened similar to that. It is in Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna also waited for Arjun to ask questions. And he then, first Arjun has asked him questions, then Krishna started answering him with patience. So in preaching, patience is very much important. Other thing is, Here we see how Narad Muni has like waited for asking questions. But you will say, Mataji, sometime it happens people doesn't ask questions only. When we distribute books and all, we are waiting for people to come have, and but nobody, many times they didn't answer. So one more pastime of Narad Muni ji is mentioned, where in Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela, his pastime with Mrigari. Narad Muni went there, and in that case, Mrigari was like, in that, who are you? Why you have come here? His mind, that was thing was going on, but he didn't said anything. That Narad Muni, he started asking questions. So the thing is, we have to change the mode also. Whenever we see the other person is not able to like ask or something, we should ask the questions how it is beneficial for him or which is related to him. So here we see when Narad Muni asked, like he started asking, why you have killed the animals half. So Brigari was thinking, my choice. So then he said, for your betterment, you make them kill fully. Then Brigari said, okay, why? That is a reason. Then he started slowly preaching him, and Brigari also become a very good devotee. So here we see Narad Muni is a dynamic preacher. We learn many points for him how to act in different conditions, how we should start, and patience the foremost is very much important. This time in our book distribution also, I saw every time we used to go and inquire people like that, would you like to have Bhagavad Gita, would you like to hear the classes? But when I saw this time Mahaprem Prabhuji has made some shlokas and which are related to our related conditions, what is happening, what are problems, what are people liking, in what happiness they want, like that. So I related this pastime with that how he prepared the sheets so that we can inquire with people, we should talk to them, and a healthy conversation requires something which is related to them also. So we all can learn a lot of techniques from Narad Muni. So two examples we saw, like Prachetas and Mrigari here, how he enacted. Other thing we see, sometimes he is angry also. So when we see Nalakuvera and Manigriva, at that time he was angry. How you are wasting your things, what you are doing. So and another thing with the Dhruva, a small boy, he was so in anger that I don't want to listen. I want to worship the Lord. I want to interact with Him. So Narad Muni at that time also, with the mother of a like heart of a mother, and how he treated him. Okay, I'll teach you. So all the processes which Narad Muni is bringing, his so many pastimes. He is a real hero as a preacher. We see from whom we can learn many things. So also here, Narad Muni, then he started speaking. Then we see he makes some things which are important. So here we see that our how we can make our birth perfect, our work perfect, and our duration, our time. So here this is mentioned, whether you take birth in a very high caste family or whether you are in a low caste family, if you are not worshipping Lord, it means it is waste. It You have to engage in the service of the Lord. So it is told also, Prabhupada mentions here, if you take birth as a chandal also, and if you are devoted to Lord service, you will be like highest of the devotees. And if you have taken birth in a family of a brahmana, but you have not worshipped Lord, you are not worshipping, and you are not into devotional service towards the Lord, then it is a waste. Also, we can see here example of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj was born in a family of demons, yet his birth is considered perfect because he started his devotion in the womb of his mother. So here it is. So one more analogy which Prabhupada gives here is the zero analogy. So Prabhupada explains the birth, work, age, all are zeros. You can add many zeros like wealth, fame, long life, but the value will remain zero only. When you add one, which is Krishna, and the value becomes 10,000 lakhs, like that. So life lesson is, we don't have to focus. For us, it is very important that we should focus not on accumulating zeros, but we should focus on one. That is a thing here which is being mentioned by Narad Muni, to connect how we should connect our life, how we should have such a kind of connection, how we should worship the Lord with our work, with our life, our even having long life. People say I should have a long life, but in that long life, if we are not worshiping Lord, it is like it is told like it is like waste. So very nicely Narad Muni has mentioned very wonderful points. Another he is mentioning here, we have heard this many times, this shloka is also very important, like how we are watering the roots of a tree. If we water the tree, roots of the tree, whole tree is nourished. No need to water the fruits, no need to water the twigs, the branches and all, and our everything will be fulfilled in that. Similarly, if we worship Lord Narayan, and then what will happen? We will be satisfied. Even all the devatas will be, everything, whoever is there, this prakriti, which is Lord's energy, devatas, demigods, everything will be satisfied. Even we will be satisfied by worshipping Lord Narayan. One more example related to this is mentioned, which is like feeding food to the stomach. So, how it is if we feed separately to our limbs? If we want to feed for my hand, I will keep the food on my hand. Will the hand will be nourished? Or I want to feed for my ears, so I'll put the food on ears. It is not possible. We cannot nourish our limbs, ears, hands separately. As the food is provided to the stomach, our whole body is nourished and it is satisfied also. So, this is being mentioned here by Narad Muni. Two more examples. He's wonderfully giving back to back, so examples which are really very much a big learning for us. And then here comes, yeah. So when Narad Muni was telling so many things, at that time he also mentioned what Lord is telling. So what Lord is telling, it is told like the boundless love of Lord Hari. Lord's affection for his devotees is more than goddess of fortunes, kings and devatas. Means Lord love his devotees more than goddess of fortune. So see, we can see that how much he is uh, his reciprocation is so wonderful. And he also declares in Srimad Bhagvatam 9.4.63, aham bhakta paradhino, I am completely under the control of my devotees. And this is a line which makes everybody, those who are like a devotee of Lord, oh, my Lord is waiting for me. Also, we have a very wonderful pastime by uh, a devotee who goes, and how Lord just hugs him, and how he just he tells like, I was Gopakumar. Gopakumar, Lord says that I was waiting for you from long time. Where were you, my dear? His name was there also. When we talked last time, I was asking also Prabhuji, so we have some identity there. Yes, of course. So he was having a name there, and Lord was so lovingly, so attractively, he was hugging him, and he was waiting, I was waiting for you. And also we hears that he does not care of anything, and he sells himself for the love of his servants. But when many times we hear people who will be not doing, why, like people think like who don't want to worship a Lord who is so affectionate to his devotees, whether it be Arjuna, whether it be Draupadi, whether it be Kunti. We see so many pastimes of his with his devotees, or we see also similar kind of thing with Narsimadev. Narsimadev, when he was so angry, he killed Hiranyakashipu, and at that time there was all the devatas, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma was there, Indra was there, and his anger was so extreme. So Naradji told, I think so that why don't you please make the Lord calm? And here Brahmaji tried, and even Lakshmi ji tried, but Lord said that he was not able. Like, no, I don't want to listen. I'm so angry for my devotee because he is being harmed by somebody else. I don't like it. So Lord doesn't like that my devotee should be harmed. And then when Prahlad went, so Lord reciprocated with him so nicely, and he just licked him with his tongue. That his love for his devotees is so perfect, and he reciprocates very nicely. So this is a very important shloka, that okay, it shows Narad Muni is for Prachetas, he is telling that Lord is like this, we should perform devotional service. But what is the result? How Lords act? So Lord act in this way. So here we come to our the part of conclusion of the instructions by Narad Muni. So Narad Muni concludes his teachings with Prachetas. He went to Brahmaloka, but we see how a devotee is so much merciful. He gave his complete mercy on uh, the Prachetas. He delivered the message, which is like a devotional service to Lord. Bhakti is the only essence which is the foremost, for important for human being. He gave this message to them, and he went back to Brahmaloka. Similar to this, then so sorry. With this, now Prachetas also they learn. Okay, they have Narad Muni has given us the time, the mercy, and they also revived their devotional process, all the learnings which they forgot. They were very much overwhelmed by the mercy of Devrishi Narad, what he has given to them. That was, it is like above than the gems. So they meditated on the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they achieved the supreme ultimate destination, which we discussed. They went to Lord's Dham, Goloka. Also, here we see one more incidents happened similar to that, which was the conversation between Arjun and Krishna. When Krishna he gave the full essence of Bhagavad Gita, he spoke the Bhagavad Gita. At the last, Arjun also said to Krishna that all my doubts are cleared, and I have learned and acquired all knowledge. Now I will do accordingly what you have said to me. So we can relate the two incidences, how the devotees they accept Lord's mercy, and they see how to uh, act in after that, because now they have got the mercy of the Lord. So similarly, Prachetas meditated, and they went back to Godhead. Now here after this, uh, so this we know that there is a story into a story going on in Bhagavatam. So here what was happening, first we know that Sud Goswami is telling to Shaunak Adi rishis, and the pastime about Sukdev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. And Sukdev Goswami is telling the conversion going between Maitre Muni and Vidura. So here Maitre Muni concludes to Vidura, and then Sukdev Goswami tells to Parikshit Maharaj that I have described you fully about the dynasty of Uttanapad, that is the first son of Manu. And now I will tell you about the descendants of second son of Manu, Priyavrata. So after this chapter, we will be moving on to fifth canto, where we will start about the story of Maharaj Priyavrata. And then here, Sukdev Goswami also tells about Vidur. So Vidur, he just offered obeisances to great sage Maitreya, and taking his permission, started for the city of Hastinapur to see if he could deliver Dhritarashtra from the clutches of Maya. But a very important learning come here, that Vidura was in ecstasy. We see here ecstasy of Vidura. Upon hearing the transcendental message from Maitreya Muni, Vidura was overwhelmed with spiritual ecstasy and tears of gratitude. Why Vidur is crying? Why does it shows like that? So he, what does it shows? So he is crying that to show the expression of gratitude towards his guru, how much valuable things he has received from his guru, and that implementation of realization which he got from his guru, he want to share with his brother. This shows the compassion in the words of his guru. So whenever like we also get some instructions, we should share, we should follow it, and we should try to implement and give the knowledge to others also, to be compassionate with others. He did not think Vidur can go to Himalayas also. Okay, I got the information from the Lord, from the Guru, and now I should go and I should isolate myself, and I should start preparing myself to go to back to Godhead. But Vidur started to think of his brother in Hastinapur, where he thought okay, they fought. Now he's still suffering there. I have to take him out. So that is why he went to Hastinapur and he inspired his brother. So, very important learning for us is compassion, compassion towards other. Also, I feel one more thing that Vidur has, he got to meet his guru, and he took the all information from his guru Maitreya Muni. We also have the opportunity to meet, but sometimes we don't have. I know that Guru Maharaj and many other, all the gurus in ISKCON, they have given the opportunity that they can, many platforms are there, emails are there, or they can personally contact with the servants of the Maharaj, and all have so many facilities. But Maharaj have also given a facility of Shiksha Guru. Sometimes if we are not able to connect, we are not that much at the level of Vidur Maharaj, like Vidur, that Vidur ji, like we directly contact, or we directly have exchange of, always having an exchange of word with that thing. But we have got Shiksha Gurus. So Shiksha Gurus also, they nourish us, they prepare us like that, that we can perform our devotional services, we can be compassionate to other, how they have given our their time to us. So this shows a loving relationship between a Shiksha Guru and a Guru also. So they guide us at each and every step, like how we should perform, how slowly we should go. So I feel in between, Guru, Lord, also we should be appreciating and be thankful to the Shiksha Gurus we got. It is very good conversation that Vidur has been so compassionate and to gratitude towards his Guru. How, and how to enact also, how to implement also, he has shown here also for us. Here only he has given, okay, this is a learning, I got it. Now how I have to act, he is showing. So here we come to the end of this chapter, where it is mentioned that those who hear this topic about the kings who are completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead obtain without difficulty a long life, wealth, good reputation, good fortune, and ultimately the opportunity to return home back to Godhead. So we see here, these kings, they have, Lord mentioned here, they have long life, they have wealth, good reputation, everything they have. But still, they made it a goal that we have to go back to Godhead. That is our place. This is not our, this is our temporary place. We have to go to our permanent place. That is the place where Lord resides. So, thank you very much. These are some of the key learnings which I was thinking about. Many were there, but I felt these were the very important one. So, I just mentioned here. Please forgive me for many for my things which I have missed or I have done, let's say, anything wrong. Thank you so much, everybody, for giving the opportunity.